The first block falls, everyone begins to look at everything again. These days, every speech, post, and interview appears dubious. She is being sidelined by fans. Quotes like "Girl, you didn't even believe that yourself" are unnecessary for me. One thing becomes evident when the dust gets thicker. This won't stop with simply vlogs about gossip. The sharks of the mainstream media are also circling. According to reports, TMZ's cameras are outside Clarissa's training facility. The question of whether this may divert her attention from her profession is being discussed by sports networks. Hip-hop podcasts are swooning over the opportunity to bring Papoose back into the public eye. The story develops as if it were being steered by the creators of a late-night soap opera, just when you think it couldn't be much messier. Because it seems that this whole story extends beyond dubious VIP images and leaked screenshots. No, this has turned into a full-fledged investigative quagmire, with bloggers, phony insiders, and even the ex's anonymous relatives or neighbors coming out with jaw-dropping tales. Everyone knew she never really cut him off. An anonymous individual, who claimed to be a member of Claressa's inner circle, told a gossip blog she would arrive at training camp, post about focus, and smile for the cameras. But as soon as the lights went down, she started texting her ex. It was a well-known secret. Papoose simply refused to watch it. And wait until you hear this if you think that's dramatic. A hotel receipt that has been leaked seems to be doing the rounds. Yes, a grainy image of a hotel bill from a mid-range chain that has Clarissa's initials, ALLEGEDLY, dated for a few weeks before Papoose's shocking revelation. Like the Zapruder movie, the internet has been focusing on the pixelated receipt. Does it provide any evidence? Not at all. However, it is Exhibit A in the court of public opinion. In the meantime, admirers are unearthing previous interviews in which Claressa boasted about how committed she was to creating her legacy. She was heard stating, "I don't have time for the past." In one of the unearthed clips, "My ex-partners are non-existent." Twitter is currently dragging her with side-by-side adjustments. Her declaration of independence is on the left. Headlines about constantly teasing her ex may be found on the right. This type of hypocrisy is common on the internet. This is when things start to go south. Though, cash, indeed, ZEB, investigate the money trail, as that's when controversies turn from rumors to danger. According to rumors, Papoose may have contributed some of his personal contacts and money to the project while acting as the supporting partner. Clarissa's commercial endeavors. We're discussing networking opportunities, modest investments, and possibly even negotiating sponsorships. Furthermore, it would appear more like exploitation than sadness if she had been playing him the entire time. An unidentified business associate revealed information to a phony blog. Pap took her brand very seriously. He hoped she would prevail. He helped her arrange chances and invited individuals to the table. The entire situation seemed hurried, like she was skulking about behind his back. Naturally, that instantly connects to the internet. All of a sudden, Claressa is more than simply a boxer with a convoluted romantic life. She is portrayed as a cunning manipulator who supposedly utilized one of the most devoted men in hip-hop to advance her own business. It makes no difference whether it is true or not. The story is memorable. The public's response has been brutal, so let's not overlook it. Every platform is inundated with TikToks, response videos, and memes. In a TikTok video that has already received over 2 million views, a user portrays Claressa's sly text at training camp as Paps composes another devotional poetry in the corner. Brutal, as the announcer screams. Claressa's ex is shown in another, widely shared sketch standing outside the ring like a tag team partner. Furthermore, not every response in this section is humorous. Some people are enraged. Female admirers are increasingly claiming that this is a betrayal of Claressa's fanbase as well as Papoose. They claim that after establishing herself as a role model who never falters or compromises, she is now being shown as someone who reportedly plays both sides. "We defended Claressa every time people called her arrogant," one irate tweet said. "She was confident," we remarked. "We now appear foolish for standing up for someone who isn't even sincere in her relationship." Sponsors are taking notice that the reaction is growing more quickly than wildfire. One of her largest agreements was hinted at by an insider. "We're keeping an eye on fan sentiment. We might need to reevaluate our relationship if this continues to worsen." Translation: there's a chance the cash flow will stop. In relation to drying up, Claressa has been unusually silent. No Twitter threads, no Instagram clapbacks, nothing, no interviews. That stillness is jarring to someone who often attacks detractors with the quickness of a right punch. It is being seen as guilt by fans. Some claim it's a tactic. In any case, the fire is being fueled by the quiet. Papoose, meanwhile, isn't exactly hiding. He has been seen grinning for the cameras, acting unconcerned, and even delivering a mysterious freestyle on Instagram Live in which he concluded, "Gave my all, but she boxed me out. Loyalty ain't real when the ex is still around." That freestyle received 500,000 views in a matter of hours, and websites dubbed it the diss track Claressa never saw coming. Some fans are speculating about potential legal trouble, as if the story wasn't already ridiculous. Rumor has it that Papoose could think about filing a lawsuit if any of the funds he invested in Chloe's business endeavors turn out to be fraudulent. Imagine the GWAT being sued by that hip-hop loyalty king. It seems absurd, but so did the initial notion of their being together. And now we are. The cascading impact continues. Sports networks are discussing how this controversy could impact Claressa's preparation for her upcoming bout. With everything going on, analysts are questioning if she is psychologically stable enough to enter the ring. Claressa is not merely fighting her opponent in the ring if half of these accusations are true, one pundit stated plainly. Outside of it, she is battling her own reputation. Additionally, don't assume that hip-hop podcasts are allowing this slide as well. Hours are spent exploiting the tale by programs like Drink Champs and the Joe Budden podcast. Pap held Remy down for years, but Claressa couldn't even hold him down for a season. A presenter jokingly said, "That's crazy." Someone else chuckled. If Pap starts dropping diss tracks, Claressa's career might take a hit harder than any punch. However, this is the most terrifying aspect of all. SOB. There are hints of a real video leak. Yes, a purported video purporting to depict Claressa and her ex in a less than ideal circumstance. It hasn't been confirmed yet. No one is certain if it is real. Fans, however, have gone into detective mode just because of the rumor. Blurry stills are being screenshotted by people who say they can see her tattoos, similar jewelry, and even the same automobile in the backdrop. Everything may be a lie. But keep in mind that perception is reality on the internet. And just when you thought the ex would never speak again, an unconfirmed Instagram account purporting to be his appeared. He said, "Funny how people act brand new when the truth was always in front of them," in his lone story post. Blogs were going crazy over just one sentence alone. It was screenshotted, shared, and examined by fans like Shakespeare. Now, Claressa is the center of attention. The public can use every action she takes, every post she likes, and every silence she maintains as proof. Additionally, the jury is now leaning guilty. Hold on, though, since this isn't even close to must be completed, because something far more explosive is brewing behind the rumors, memes, and phony receipts. Something that may attract managers, attorneys, and possibly even the bodies that oversee sports. Because this won't be a simple split if even a small portion of these accusations turn into investigations. This could turn out to be the controversy that permanently alters her career. And you know what? The next chapter will soon begin. This could turn out to be the controversy that permanently alters her career. Because controversies such as this don't simply go away with time. They change, they develop. Additionally, they bring down everything that stands in their way. What began as rumors about Claressa's personal life has now escalated into discussions